Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today at WCTV Studios. I'm your host, Jack Hamilton Smith, and this is everybody's favorite game show, Trick Question. We are live today with a very fresh batch of new contestants ready to risk it all. We are going to teach you the rules of the game and get going, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Today we are going to be playing Trick Question, as you well know. The rules are pretty simple. Players will pick questions from different categories. Each of these categories will be associated with point values. The higher the point value, the harder the question. If you get the question right, you get the points. If you get it wrong, don't worry. There's no incorrect points. You only get someone else's opportunity to steal. That makes sense? The only way you can lose points here is if you get a trick question. It's pretty simple. If you think it's suspicious and you don't believe it, hit the big red button. If you hit your own button, no matter what, you're going to lose points. Make sense? For an example, this is what I'm going to show you. What blind flying mammal uses echolocation? Right? Anybody want to chime in just to throw something out there?
It's not a bat.
It's not a bat. Yeah, this person's watched the show. It's actually a trick question. As we all know, bats aren't blind. Just a wives' tale term that we've grown to hear. But in all reality, every form of a bat can see. Yes, they use echolocation. Yes, they fly. But that's the kind of general idea we're coming at. So gathered here today, we have our contestants. All three have a unique characteristic, is they all graduated from Emerson University here in Boston, Massachusetts. Is that true?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yes. They can vouch for that. Starting off today, we got Chrissie Pucci coming to us from Boca Raton in Florida. We are grateful to have you here today, Chrissie. How you feeling?
Thank you, Jack. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah. As an Emerson alum, do you feel you are prepared for this game show?
No. Not because of Emerson, though.
Okay. Just personally.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate your honesty here, and this is going to be the Chrissie Pucci.
Underdog always wins.
The underdog. Does the underdog always win? Stay tuned. Moving on, we got our next contestant, Laura Howe. Laura Howe is joining us from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah?
Laura, thanks for joining us today. How are you feeling?
Feeling great.
Wonderful. Laura, I know you drove up here to be here today.
I did.
Are you going to regret that if you lose?
You know what? Any time spent with friends is always a great time.
But it'll always be in the history of your life that you lost the game. You better win. Moving on to our final and most important member today, it's Claire Moriarty. Claire said very clearly she's going to win this game, and there's without a doubt that she's walking away with the crown. So Claire comes to us from Seattle, Washington. Claire, how you feeling today?
I feel apprehensive because I think it's going to get cutthroat, Jack.
I don't doubt that. With the competitive energy I'm feeling between you three, it's going to get more intense by the second. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into the categories today, so I appreciate all three of you for showing up. Today's categories are simple. We've got physics, Nobel Prize, Broadway, art history, Greek mythology, and of course, Disney Channel original movies. So since you're being a good sport and you drove all the way up here today, Laura, I'm going to let you pick the first category, okay?
I would like Broadway for 600, please.
Broadway for 6. She's jumping straight into the fire. I love to see that. In the hit Broadway dark musical comedy Heathers, what is the name of the main character? You want to try one more time? The button may not be on. Laura!
Veronica Sawyer.
Laura, I'm so sorry, but this is a trick question. Now, yes, Veronica Sawyer may be the lead of Heathers, but Heathers was never on Broadway. It's only actually been off Broadway and at the West End. It's not a Broadway hit musical, but I do love your knowledge of Heathers, and thanks for pointing out that the buttons weren't on. We're going to keep going back. Laura, you're starting off with negative 600 points just to get things rolling. So, banger. I'm going to go ahead and let Chrissie pick this next question here.
Great.
No time for rest, guys. We got to keep this game rolling.
I'll go Disney Channel original movies for 600.
Disney Channel originals for 600. The fourth Jonas brother is featured in Camp Rock 2, but what is his name?
Frankie Jonas.
Chrissie, you hit the button. I got to call on you first, but I'm going to let you take the points here. It is Frankie Jonas. That's 600 points to you. Let me finish reading the question before you guys hit the button, okay?
Got it.
Otherwise, Laura, negative 600. Chrissie, positive 600.
Also, my sister's name, shout out Frankie.
Shout out Frankie Pucci. We're moving forward back to the panel. Chrissie, you get to pick the next question.
Sweet, okay. I'll go 800 for Disney Channel.
DCOM movies, we're lighting it up. Released in 2019, this DCOM is notable as the only ever adapted from an animated TV series. Came out in 2019, but which movie are we talking about? Laura?
Phineas and Ferb?
Phineas and Ferb does not have a live action adaptation,
Oh.
unfortunately, but that is exactly a good, animated to, that's a good area to jump into. I do appreciate that. I hear it's coming back, so yeah. Might be another 104 days of summer vacation rolling in. Anybody else feel like stealing?
I'm afraid I don't know what it is.
I think I know what it is.
If you've
now.
got an animated Disney Channel show in your heart, hit the button and throw it out there. Laura's proved it's not a trick question, so there's no harm.
I know what it is. I know.
I don't know it.
The hindsight bias. I'm gonna go ahead and move on since sounds like we're both gonna pass.
Yeah.
The we're looking for is Kim Possible. Kim Possible got a 2019 live action adaptation,
Did it?
and
Well, no.
it is the only animation to live action TV show that they've pulled off to this date. So
Okay.
good for you, Kim Possible. We're gonna keep things going. Claire, you get to pick the next category here. It's open.
Let's try Nobel Prize for 400.
Nobel Prize for 4. In the 1920s, what famous physicist received the Nobel Prize for his explanation of the photoelectric effect? Chrissie.
Hayes.
Hayes is incorrect. Pressure's on, guys.
Pass.
Pass. Laura passes?
Pass. I don't know any
Also
physicists.
passes. We were looking for Albert Einstein.
Wow, it was
Yeah,
really that
Albert
easy.
It was
Einstein.
really easy.
Yeah,
Wow.
the low-hanging fruit of physicists.
Oh.
We're going to keep things rolling here with the next question. Laura, I'm going to let you pick this one.
I want to go back to Broadway for 800, please.
Broadway for 800. A helicopter was the unforgettable set piece of this musical, which opened in 1991.
Pass.
Claire.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now, the musical. No, unfortunately, that's not
Is
the one
that
we were
real?
looking for.
No.
I love.
I thought maybe it was.
It's
but
not real until we make it.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in mind. But no, Apocalypse Now, the musical, coming to a Broadway, off-Broadway theater near you.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Chrissie.
Rent.
Rent, no. Unfortunately, the helicopter scene was cut in the most recent
Damn.
version. The movie or show or even theater play we were looking for was Miss Saigon.
Would not
An
have known
adaptation
that.
in all formats, but Miss Saigon is iconic for its helicopter set, flying through. Big time war movie, of course. Thank you guys for playing. We're gonna keep things going. Chrissy, I'll let you pick the next category here.
I'll go decom 1000.
DCOM for 1,000. What actress starred as the main character, Marnie, in the Halloween Town series? Laura, why did you hit the trick question button?
Because there were two.
Laura, that's exactly what we were looking for. Thank you, and you are back in it. 1,000 points in Laura's direction. Yeah. It was a pretty tragic recasting that took place in between the third and the fourth Halloween Town films, as all the DCOM fans know. Sarah Paxton replaced Mary Jane Brown, and it's all about the money. It's all about the money. But Laura, way to bounce back in and not give up hope. So that puts you at 400 points, sitting at a firm second place. I'm gonna let you pick the next category since you're rolling hot.
Let's do Greek mythology for 4.
Greek mythology for 4. Which Titan was punished to uphold the sky for eternity? I give this to Claire.
The sky. Atlas.
That is the answer we were looking for, Claire. Yes, 400 points to Claire Moriarty. Atlas, he shrugged, and of course there was trouble in the railroad industry. So we're keeping things going here for you. Claire, you get to pick the next category.
Okay. Art history 600.
Art history for 600. Who painted this painting? Chrissy.
Sergeant.
That is incorrect.
Figured.
Laura has passed. Claire. Rembrandt is also incorrect. As Laura passed, the answer we were looking for was Caspar David Friedrich.
Would never have known
Wanderer
that.
Over a Sea of Fog. It's one of the most early
pretty.
German romantic paintings out there.
I liked it.
I also have it at my house. My little brother calls it the cover of Frankenstein. So as we move on, I'm going to go ahead and let Chrissy pick the next one here.
I'll go mythology 600.
Greek mythology for 600. Which Greek hero is known for defeating the Minotaur? I want to say that was Laura.
Theseus.
Theseus is correct. That is the answer we were looking for. So Laura, you are back on
you.
top. So now sitting at 1,000 points. Way to cook. Laura, I'm gonna let you pick the next category.
Could I do art history for 1,000, please?
Art history for 1,000. In 1874, Monet displayed his painting, Impression Sunrise. Which artist coined the term Impressionism from this work? Laura.
Seurat.
Laura, I'm so sorry. This is a trick question. Unfortunately, the term was coined by art critic Louis Leroy, who used the term Impressionism to critique their work, especially the Impression Sunrise. But I appreciate you for clicking in and not being afraid of the button. It's going to bring you back down to 0. Good news is you've been further than this. So coming back from 0 is nothing, right? No guts, no glory. All right, after that, Laura, we're sitting at Chrissie with 600 points, Claire with 400, and Laura, you're back to where you started. But the good news is we're at the 10 question mark. So we have 5 more. We're going to do a little check-in at the halfway point, okay? So Claire, I'm going to let you pick this next category to keep things popping.
We haven't touched the physics column yet, so let's do physics for 200.
I wonder why. It's probably because we all went to Emerson.
Emerson College.
3 Emerson students avoided. Who wrote E equals MC squared?
She didn't wait.
You gotta wait till I finish reading the question.
She didn't wait.
Who wrote E equals MC squared?
Albert Einstein.
Chrissie for 200 points. Albert Einstein. I mean, what's there to say? Yeah?
Nothing.
Yeah, he's a well-known physicist, Nobel Prize winner.
I even teach that at Emerson.
And he would have loved Emerson. So Chrissie, you are on fire. You're in the lead. You got twice as many points as the next person.
Stop, Jack.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
I'll take Greek mythology 800.
800.
My baby.
Greek mythology for 800. Who is considered the god of dreams in Greek mythology? Can't really offer any hints.
It would be great. It would be great if I could say what it is, because I know that I know this.
Chrissie.
This better not be a trick question. Loomis.
It's incorrect.
All right,
not a
not
trick
a trick
question.
question.
Not a trick question.
I wish it was a trick question.
I know.
Pass.
Passing.
No, pass.
Passes. No Neil Gaiman fans in the house, it seems. Morpheus. Or
Oh,
if
my
we're fans
God.
of The Matrix as well, Morpheus was the name we were looking for. Of course, he also goes by the Sandman, bringing you dreams. We're going to keep it back in action. Laura, I'll let you pick the next category.
Thanks, Jack. Can I go back to Broadway for 1,000, please?
Broadway for 1,000.
Please.
It keeps on giving. What is the minimum number of seats that a venue must have in order to be considered a Broadway theater rather than off-Broadway theater? Thanks for waiting until the question was finished.
5,000.
5,000 is incorrect. 5,000 is a really impressive amount of seats.
Be a lot.
Do we get like a threshold of forgiveness?
Well, there is a specific number, so I'm looking for the specific number.
Okay.
There is a minimum number
for-
required
A minimum number
to be
required.
different than to be considered an official Broadway house. So, of course, it needs to be within the Broadway district, but on top of that, it must hit this seat count.
150?
150 is incorrect. That is too low. So if you needed a range, it's between those numbers.
Okay. 175.
175. We were looking for 500.
Such an easy number to
500
guess.
is the,
it is a
the
really easy number to guess.
minimum number. You were really close, just a 0 over.
Yeah. You're lucky I didn't say 10,000.
But if you have 499 seats, you don't make the cut. So we're going to keep things going. We have 2 more questions before we're going to do a little check-in, see where our mental health is, all right? So I'm going to let Chrissie take this next pick.
Okay. I'll be nice and I'll do Broadway for 400.
Broadway for
Thanks,
4.
Chrissie.
Too friendly in this competitive game. Which musical is based on the novel by Victor Hugo? Claire got there first.
It's Les Mis.
It is Les Mis. Les Mis. What a day. What a
My
song.
favorite
True.
musical.
Yep, that's true.
Great choice.
That's
Great
accurate.
choice. It was
Favorite
my
movie
mom's
musical.
road trip musical. So shout out my mom. We got one more question, then we're going to take a little mid-break. So I'm going to let you pick the next question to finish us off. Okay, Claire?
Sure. Oh. Nobel Prize for 200.
Nobel Prize for 2. Known for her activism and surviving a shot to the head while on her school bus, who is the youngest Nobel Prize winner in history? Chrissie,
Malala.
you got a last name? I'm going to give it to you anyways, but I'm just
No,
curious.
I don't. Sorry, Malala.
Malala Yousafzai, which I worked on all day,
I bet.
deserves to have her whole name said. She's a complete icon and an absolute amazing activist. So shout out to you, Malala.
I could have
Moving.
told you her last name.
Should have hit your button.
Should have hit a little faster. 200 points back to Chrissie. That puts Chrissie at 1,000. Claire, you're sitting at a really, really close 800. And Laura, the game pretty much just began.
Say.
So we're gonna go by one and just talk. So I want to talk to
Don't do that to me.
I'll talk to our highest score as she's rubbing it in last place's face. Chrissie, how are you feeling right now?
Great. I don't even care about my points. It's more like her lack of points. Really keeping me going.
I mean, yeah, right? Honestly, it doesn't matter as much that you win as much as that she loses.
Yes.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
Put it
to
on
say?
the record.
Oh, man, this is exactly the kind of energy we were hoping for. Chrissie, you're at 1,000. We got about 15 more questions to go. Do you have any strategies or plans to go into the second half?
Try my best.
That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. Preach. We're gonna move over to Laura real quick and check in. Laura, how you feeling?
You know, I don't feel great, Jack. I really don't feel great.
We understand.
But you know, I'm hitting the buzzer a lot.
Yeah. No
It
one
feels
can doubt that.
maybe half the battle. Some could say you can't win if you don't play.
In the recipe to success, step 1 is to hit the button.
Uh-huh.
Just which button? Maybe the trick question one. We're gonna move over to Claire real quick and just check in. Claire, I mean, what more could you ask for, right?
Very little.
You're sitting here, you're primed to go to the final round.
I'm
It's
just
gonna-
glad to be on the board.
I mean, to have points feels like a given.
It wasn't
after
even a
15
dig.
questions.
I'm sure that having points feels really great.
This is Trick
It
Question.
does.
The only game where the host isn't rooting for you. I am happy to say that we're going to go back into this one here. We are locked and loaded. Chrissie, you hit the button last and you got the points, so we're going to let you pick the next question.
Okay. I'll take DCOM 4.
DCOM for 400. After starring in this Disney Channel original movie about a band, the cast's lives diverged into founding a satellite data company, getting arrested for armed robbery, becoming an iconic lesbian, playing a live-action Disney princess, and starring on Dog with a Blog. What is the name of this movie? I want to say, I'm sorry, I do want to say, I played this by sound and it was Claire's, just by a fraction of it. I didn't even get to see it, so we will have to cut a replay later. Claire, name this movie.
Lemonade Mouth.
Lemonade Mouth, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Actors in order of their accomplishments, of course. We got Bridget Mendler, who's a complete success above and beyond. Absolute educated lady right there. Adam Hicks, star of Zeke and Luther, and replaced Mitchell Musso after Mitchell Musso was arrested for something, and he followed suit. Haley Kiyoko, out there making Pride proud. And then, of course, Naomi Scott. She's blowing everybody away, knocking out all of our childhood favorites. And last but not least, Blake Michael, who was on Dog with a Blog. Going back to the panel, Claire, you get to pick the next question.
Okay. Art History 200.
Art history for 200. What Italian Renaissance artist is known for paintings like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa? I want to say this is Laura.
Thank you.
I want to say this one
It
was Laura.
literally was not.
Leonardo da Vinci.
You can't have charity playing a factor.
Charity?
Leonardo da Vinci was correct.
Yes, it was.
We get 200 points here to Laura.
Thanks. Thrilled to be on the board.
I'm not sure. I really do think that was a charity play. I really do think in my heart I heard Laura's buzzer.
I also think I hit it
But
first.
there's a velocity.
Challenge.
There's a velocity aspect going on here. Laura, you get to pick the next question.
I wouldn't like.
Chrissie doesn't want you to have an itch. Chrissie doesn't want you to have any breathing room, and I can't.
That's because
help-
Chrissie knows that I'm going to come up and I'm going to kill
God.
them if
Do
I
it.
get a moment.
Then do
I
it.
would like Greek mythology for 1,000, please, Jack.
Mythology for 1,000. Name one of the 12 labors of Hercules. Laura,
Defeat the lion.
can you tell me what lion? I'm sorry, but we were clarifying ahead of time. It's a specific lion.
No, I can't name the
If you
lion.
have a different labor, I'll let you take it. But there was a specific lion here, unfortunately.
I can't name the lion, and I can't name another one.
Another label, Claire, you may steal.
The Nemean lion?
That is exactly the name we were looking for. The Nemean lion, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, Laura. Beforehand and looking at the 12 labors, there's lots of options here. The Nemean lion is the only specific lion. He wasn't just a regular lion, you see. He was a big lion. He was bigger than the other lions. The Nemean lion, way to go, Claire. That's a real deep cut. 1,000 points to you. That knocks you into first place, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, what a swing.
Well done. Well done.
There was just something I want to say about not knowing the lion with Laura that helped you know the lion, which was interesting. It just clicked for some reason.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Laura's failure helped you succeed.
Uh-huh.
The building blocks of America, folks. Claire, I'm gonna let you pick the next question.
Okay. Let's be done with DCOMs. Let's do DCOMs 200.
DCOMs for 200. I'm happy that you clicked with that one. Which movie featuring hits such as I Don't Dance and Bet on It had the most viewed premiere of any DCOM? It's the hardest part of the job. I really do think it was Claire again.
It was High School Musical 2.
It was High School Musical 2. Yes, High School Musical 2 is the answer we were looking for. Take a moment to shout out Corbin Blue, who's currently performing in the live-action off-Broadway in London. He's acting in the musical version of Great Gatsby, so continuing to thrive and succeed. Claire, you are on fire right now. Just absolutely storming, which is, as you said you were going to do, free speech and all, right? So 2,400 points, Claire, you get to pick the next one.
Okay. Let's finish Greek mythology, 200.
Greek for 2. Ares and Athena, children of Zeus and Hera, both have power over which domain?
It didn't go.
I want to give that to you, though. You did click faster. I know I didn't hear it.
War
Well, Ares and Athena, sorry. Both war?
and strategy.
This is a trick question. I'm so sorry. And at the end of the day, you fought for the buzzer pick. It's only 200 points.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That would put Laura back at 0. So you diving on the grenade is really kind here today, Chrissie.
I'm not shaking your hand for that.
Hera is not the mother of Athena. Athena has no mother
true,
at
because
all.
she-
So true.
Athena was
Got me
said
there.
to become,
Yeah.
cracked straight
Yeah.
out of the
Yep.
head of Zeus.
Yep.
So that was our trick question for the day. But you guys were there. You guys were there and ready.
That was another really good trick question.
It just cleared you out.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you, guys. We're going to let you pick the next one here, though, Chrissie, just because, again, something not involved. You did get some of it right.
I'll go physics for 400.
Physics for 400. The left alone category. Chrissie ensuring that the sound is on. Light travels fastest in which medium? Air, water, or glass? It's definitely Chrissie. Batteries may be dead. Answer?
Air.
Air is correct. 400 points. Classic physics question. Yep. 400 points to you, Chrissie. That puts you back in second place, as if there was ever any question. We are going to rock and roll here. Claire, you got 2,400. Chrissie, you got 1,200. So, Chrissie, you get to pick the next category.
Physics 6.
Physics for 6, rocking and rolling. What is Newton's third law of motion? Laura.
An object in motion stays in motion.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. That is one of the
That's
laws
the
of
first
motion.
one,
Yeah, that's the
isn't
first
it?
law of motion.
Yep.
Yeah. It's everyone's favorite law, I think.
Yeah. Maybe I could get half points for
No.
knowing just one of the laws of motion.
After the game,
No.
you and I can create a form that you submit for requests on things like buzzers or questions. Okay?
Refund.
The form doesn't exist yet, but if you're willing to put the time in, we'll
Sure.
maybe read it. Anyone want to take a gander?
I gotta be real, I didn't even know there were 3 laws of motion.
Just saying half points for knowing.
Congratulations on going to Emerson. I'm glad you found your place. Chris, you take your time here. Thanks. You got this, King. I feel like Chris, you'd be good at like rap ad-libs.
No, really bad actually.
I think you'd be good at it, honestly. Like someone's
Maybe.
like freestyling and you're just like in the back, you're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that part I'd be good at. The freestyling, no.
You don't know? It's kind of embarrassing. kind of embarrassing you don't know.
I believe you didn't know either.
I said one of them. I am hitting the buzzer. I am saying things.
Maybe you should stop.
No, I will
I
not.
will not encourage you to stop hitting the buzzer. I refuse.
Oh, the sound worked.
It worked, Chrissie.
If there's no such thing as an unmovable object.
The third law is when an unmovable object meets an unstoppable force. The answer we were looking for, I am assuming you're passing, Claire. Is that correct?
Yeah.
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
That's a good one.
I was
That
looking
is
for
a good one. That is a really good
really
one.
well-worded quote, turn of phrase
Yeah.
for kids to learn and remember.
Mm-hmm.
But we are moving back to the page. Chrissie, you're locked in at second place. Laura, I'm gonna let you pick this next category.
Great.
You've still got 2,000 points at the bottom there. That immediately would put you in second place. You just have to get one of them to tie for second.
This is true, but I don't know anything about physics or really the Nobel Prize. But you know what? Go big or go home. I would like Nobel Prize for 1,000, please.
Nobel Prize for 1,000. In 1901, Henry Dunant received the first ever Nobel Peace Prize. The organization he founded is still around today, but what is that organization called?
I don't get penalized for hitting this button.
You don't. Correct. Thanks for asking. It's not a trick question. Moving on.
But you don't get your turn.
I didn't know anyways. That's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, maybe I do know. I hope I'm wrong.
You probably are.
Chrissie and I are gonna fight.
Oh, savage. Oh, savage. Chrissie.
NATO.
Well, that was wrong.
The things NATO.
That was wrong.
The things NATO has done. That is incorrect. Thank you for trying. Claire, for no harm, if you can think of Henry Dunant's organization.
Did he found the? He didn't found the organization. Did he found the organization that gives the Nobel Prizes?
If this is your official answer, I cannot tell you whether that's correct or not.
Yes, that'll be my answer.
It is incorrect. The Red Cross.
That was
Henry
my
Dunant
guess.
founded the Red Cross.
Shout out Red Cross.
The Red Cross has done
No
wonders
way.
over the years. They were nominated and have won 3 Nobel Peace Prizes. They are the
what I thought it
most Nobel
was.
Peace Prize awarded organization/person to exist. Of course, with over about 100 years running, you have the chances. But 1917, 1944, and 1963, world has been a much better place thanks to Henry Dunant. We are back in action, and we still have around 2,600 points or so available. So I'm gonna let you pick this next one, Chrissie, as we're going.
Physics 1,000. I want it off the board.
One off the board and out of Laura's way. What is the unit of specific heat capacity? It is a term used to describe specific heat capacity. Chrissie?
Kelvins.
Kelvins is a really great guess, but it's incorrect.
Okay.
But it's also not a trick question, so there you go.
Didn't even think of that.
Oh, what a shame.
When
Some
Laura,
people are lucky in this life.
when Laura ties Chrissie for 200 points, the world is shocked. Whew. Feel the specific heat capacity of this place.
Yeah. I'm trying to think back. The last time I took a physics class was in the 9th grade. It's not helpful.
My
Just
physics
guess.
teacher. Oh. What are we thinking?
Never mind. I was gonna say moles. That's chemistry.
It's incorrect.
Yeah.
I never took a physics class.
Wow.
I'll pass.
We will pass. The answer we were looking for here is joules. joules per kilogram per degree Celsius represents specific heat measurements. So, fellas, if you meet a girl at the bar and her name is Jules, you got a pickup line just ready to go. So, there goes all of our 1,000 pointers. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's 3 800-point category questions still available. With keep everything really, really tight. Keep the game going. So, I'm gonna go and let you pick again, Chrissy. So we rock and roll.
Okay. All physics for 8.
Cleaning out the physics category, which I want to say has probably been Chrissy's best category so far. What was the name of Schrodinger's cat? Chrissy immediately hit the trick question button. Is there a reason why?
I don't know.
You just
I don't know the name of Schrodinger's cat.
You just don't like this cat.
Well,
you
if
just don't
I
feel
was-
good about this. Regardless, you get the points. That's a trick question for sure, guys.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's cat was a thought experiment. The cat didn't exist.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
It
what I
was
figured.
in
That's
your
what I
head.
figured.
Oh, yeah. You were all over it.
Yeah,
You knew
of
it.
course. Yeah, of course.
Can we
it's
get
a
a
trick
zoom in
question.
on this?
Yeah, of course.
It was just,
Yeah,
a little
of
bit
course.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
There is a belief that he did have a cat. The cat may have been named Milton. There was also a belief that he had a dog. So the cat may or may not have existed, or probably both. So we're going to keep that hot and bothered. And now that we're sitting here with you, sitting in a 2,000 point, huge lead. I mean, we're kind of pulling away here, Laura. Chrissy,
Really, I didn't notice.
where would you like to go?
Where would I like to go?
Yeah, you're on fire right now.
We'll do Nobel for 800.
Nobel Prize for 800. In which European city is the Nobel Prize awarded? Chrissy.
Berlin.
Chrissy, I'm so sorry. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. This is a trick question. The Nobel
You're still
Prize.
not in the lead. Calm down.
I don't care. I love it when you lose points. That makes me happy.
The
He's
Nobel-
like one of my best friends.
I don't know what you're talking about. We are enemies on this stage.
There are 2 locations for the Nobel Prize: Stockholm, Sweden; Oslo, Norway. Oslo, Norway is where they present the Peace Prize. These 2 awards happen on the same day, in different places for no apparent reason. But we split it up, and it's all for fun. So, Chrissy, way to be adventurous, way to be bold. You saved Laura from herself. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let Claire pick this next category.
Okay. Why don't we finish Broadway 200?
Broadway for 200.
You can seal it back with this.
Which of the original theater cast members for Wicked made their Broadway debut in the musical Rent? This is so close. I do think Chrissy got this one, though. I do think Chrissy got this one.
Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel is correct. Idina Menzel, rocking and rolling. That is 200 points back in Chrissy's direction. I think we may need to figure out a better buzzer system. But Chrissy, you get an additional 200 points here. So how would you like to go about these final 3 questions?
Nobel Prize for 600.
Nobel Prize for 6. Upon its creation, where there were 5 original Nobel Prize categories: literature, physics, physiology, medicine, peace, and the 5th category is Laura.
Mathematics?
Mathematics is incorrect. Claire.
Chemistry?
Chemistry is the answer we were looking for. 600 points. Claire is like running away with it. 3,000 points total. Alfred Nobel was the creator of the prize, of the Nobel Prize, of course, but he was more or less a chemist. He invented dynamite. So playing around with powders and making things go boom. That's what led us to the Nobel Prize. So shout out to you, Alfred Nobel. We have 2 questions left, and by my calculations, if Laura gets both of them, she can tie Chrissy and then take this to a sudden death where only one of them can leave. So, Laura, no pressure. Claire, you get to pick the next category.
Okay. Art history for 800.
Art history for 8. What is the term for painting done on wet plaster? Chrissy?
Fresco.
Chrissy with fresco. That is a perfect answer right there. Painting on wet plaster is called fresco. It's a technique meaning fresh because you got to keep it going while it's still drying. So
Clutch.
that right there is the nail in the coffin, the dagger, shutting it down. Laura, thanks for playing. You can still walk away with the last question of the day and count a moral victory. So for 400 points, art history, What 20th century art movement is Salvador Dali associated with?
Don't do this to me.
Chrissy?
Surrealism.
Surrealism is correct. Go. Chrissy is a savage, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute, no wiggle room. You feeling good about it?
Thrilled.
You're sleeping well tonight, I can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our first round of
I'm
Trick
your ride
Question.
home.
You are?
That was our 30 questions all the way through, giving us the final tally of Claire walking away with first place, exactly as she said she would. 3,000 points to boot. I mean, just well done, Claire. Well done. In second place, going to the final round, facing off against Claire, will be Chrissy. 400 point difference, 2,600 points, nothing to laugh about. Very solid performance today, and most importantly, it's all about how you finish. So, that being said, Laura, 200 points. You were confident. Your heart, we could feel it. Everybody in the room was dreaming and believing. What do you got to say?
I'm devastated emotionally, physically. All I wanted was to win. I drove up from New York. I'm tired. I was bragging to my coworkers about how I'm going to crush this competition, and now I have to go home in shame. So that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like it. Let me ask you this. We checked in at the beginning of the game and wanted to see if you would regret the trip up here if you didn't make it to the final round. Just before we move on to the final round and say our goodbyes to you, is there anything? Did that change? Is there anything you want to say before you go?
You know what? I still love the game. I think that there should be some rewinding on maybe one or two of those buzzer hitters. Play it back. But so it goes. I'll be back. I will be back.
Laura Howe, coming straight to you, the American people. We will be moving on after this to our final round. Thank you all for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final round of Trick Question. I'm your host, Jack Hamilton Smith, here for the Trickster's Bluff. Gathered here are our finalists and the leaders of our game. We've got our leading scorer, Claire Moriarty. She had 3,000 points, ready to dominate. Claire, welcome. Congratulations on making it.
Thanks.
You'll be
I'm thrilled.
Facing off against Chrissy, of course. Chrissy with, 2,400 points, I believe. So I mean, just like a staggering, dominant performance between the two of y'all, walking away with pretty much 5,000 across the board. I want to say that we're proud of you and we're ready to see how this goes. The Trickster's Bluff is a simple game. The rules go easily enough. Claire, as the leading scorer, you're going to believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. You get to pick what's inside. So if you decide to look inside the box, you can look and tell Chrissy exactly what you see or come up with a complete lie. That being said, if you choose to pass, Chrissy, you can look in the box. Make your choice to Claire. What are you thinking, Claire? Would you like to look inside the box?
Yeah, I'll look.
Claire has elected to look inside the box. Now, it's a winner take all. Once Claire makes her choice, Chrissy will decide if Claire is telling the truth or lying. At that point, we'll see what's inside the box. Claire, take a peek.
Okay.
Claire, are you ready?
Yeah.
What is in the box?
A dog wearing green and yellow oven mitts.
Now, Chrissy, I'm going to allow you to ask 3 questions, cross-examine, just to test Claire's nerve, okay? And then at that point, you declare if Claire is telling the truth or a complete liar.
What kind of dog?
A stuffed one.
That wasn't really what I was asking.
Well, but it is a stuffed dog. Like, I can't tell you a breed because, well, first of all, I don't know dogs like that. But also, there's not a real dog in there. It is a stuffed animal.
Okay.
That is one question.
Is the dog furry?
Well, yeah. Yes.
2 questions.
What are the eyes made out of?
Presumably plastic.
That is 3 questions. Chrissie, take a moment. And then determine if you think Claire is telling the truth about a dog stuffed with oven mitts, or if Claire is lying.
I just don't think Claire could ever lie to me. So I think she's telling the truth.
Chrissie is elected to say that Claire chose to tell the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, inside of this box, we see that Claire is lying, ladies and gentlemen. Claire is telling a lie. Yes, there is a stuffed animal inside the box, and as you can see, the stuffed animal does have mitts on his hand, but these are boxing gloves. A very small, important distinction in the lie here, but Claire did successfully pull off the lie. Chrissie, how you feel?
She got me. I'm in awe of her talent.
You just didn't believe that she would do that to you.
No, it's okay, but I'm really impressed.
You're impressed with the confidence?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was our game trick question. Chrissie, we thank you so much for playing. You really nailed it there. I'm really impressed. Claire, you've done it. Come over here. Come stand next to me with your victory. Chrissie, I appreciate you for playing. If you'd like to join them in the wings. I'd like to grab you your prize box, Claire.
Awesome.
Now, as we all know, the third round the final round of the trick question is brought to you by third place, Laura Howe. So we thank you for joining and playing today. Claire, if you would like to take a look inside your victory rewards box, please share with the audience what you've won today.
It's a $25 gift card.
A $25 gift card for Claire and her dominant performance in our favorite game show, Trick Question. Claire, if you'd like to stand next to your winner's totem, do you have any words for the people at home? For any future freshmen at Emerson University? Is there anything you want to say to a young writer out there who just needs someone to believe in them?
If you cultivate a reputation as a non-liar, they're never going to think that you're lying.
Tell the truth. It will take you far. Ladies and gentlemen, wise words to live by from a winner. Thank you so much for playing, Claire. I'm Jack Hamilton Smith, and this is our game. Thank you.